Hello friends, welcome to my channel to continue learning. I wanted to make my next series of video on Marpol equipments, but because of demand from my subscribers, I am here with a video on VIT and my next video will be on freshwater generator. So, if you have not subscribed to my channel till now, press the subscribe button and learn from my videos on shipboard machineries. So, let's begin with the video. This video is on VIT and super VIT. So why do we need VIT? Why VIT is there? So let's see why VIT is there. Modern slow speed engines lose too much of combustion pressure and temperature at low load and speed, which leads to lower peak pressure and lower efficiency at low load and high fuel consumption. VIT, that is variable injection timing, allows to achieve maximum combustion pressure during part load operation, which helps in decreasing the fuel consumption and also achieve efficient combustion in the engine. Constant Pmax in the upper load range can be achieved by a combination of fuel injection timing and variation of the compression ratio, that is by varying the closing of exhaust valve. So this variation of compression ratio that we'll discuss in some other video. In this video we'll just see how the fuel injection timings are varied. As a result, the maximum pressure can be kept constant over a wide range without overloading the engine, leading to significant reduction in specific fuel oil consumption at part load. Conventional variable injection timing, that is normal VIT. Before we see how the conventional VIT works, let's first know how the helical control fuel pump works. Pump consists of barrel which envelopes a close fitting plunger. The barrel has a spill port. The plunger is actuated by fuel cam through a roller follower. Before and as the plunger starts to rise, the chamber is free to fill with the fuel until the rising top edge of the plunger closes the spill ports. Delivery of the fuel commences when the top of the plunger covers the spill port in the barrel, and delivery ceases when the helical grooves cut in the side of the plunger uncovers the same port. The relief on the plunger has a helical control edge, so that rotation of the plunger by means of a control rod varies the lift of the plunger, during which the spill port is closed and therefore the quantity of fuel injected is controlled. At minimum setting, the helical edge joins the top of the plunger, and if the plunger is rotated so that this point coincides with the spill port, the plunger is never closed. In that case, no fuel is pumped and the cylinder is cut out. So this is how the basic working of the pump. So the main advantage of the basic helical jug pump is that although the end injection is infinitely variable by altering the position of the helix related to the port, the start of injection is fixed. So for instance, if we start the injection is set at before top dead center, then that is the start of injection throughout the load range. Without retiming the fuel pump or the fuel cam, there is no adjustment for the fuel of varying ignition quality. So, by altering the injection timing, the maximum pressure in the cylinder can be achieved before 100% MCR. This will give reduction in consumption of about 4 grams horsepower hour per horsepower hour at 90% MCR. Normally, VIT is not employed below 40% loading. After this, the injection timing is advanced until maximum cylinder pressure is reached at about 85% MCR. This is known as break point. After reaching the break point, the time is retarded so that maximum combustion pressure is kept constant between 85% to 100% MCR. Now let's see how this conventional VIT is achieved, or how the what super VIT is called today was done before. With a flat top plunger, delivery of fuel commences at the same point in the plunger stroke and consequently at the same camshaft and crankshaft angular position. But as we know, at low load and speed, changing the timing of the fuel injection has advantage. Engine operating efficiency is greater when peak pressure and the ignition temperature are maintained at their maximum permissible value. The load on the crosshead pins and bottom and bearing limits the value of peak pressure, and high max temperature can result in high level of NOx emission. So these two factors they limit the value for Pmax and maximum temperature. Advancing the injection of timing at slightly reduced load between 90 to 100% MCR enables peak pressure to be held virtually constant, keeping the operating efficiency at high level. So all these things are achieved by raising the control edge of the pump plunger in these regions. That is incorporating additional helix at top edge of the plunger so that the spill ports are covered earlier in the plunger stroke in and injection commence earlier. So basically what they have done, they have this is the normal profile. So what they have done, they have created one more helix and raised the plunger in the top so that in this region it closes spill ports earlier. At very low loads, there might be insufficient energy in the exhaust gas to drive the turbocharger effectively, resulting in a reduction in air supply and combustion problems. Retarding the injection timing at very low load reduces cylinder efficiency but allows sufficient energy to be available in the exhaust gas to enable the turbocharger to provide the correct quantity of air without the need of auxiliary blowers. So lowering the control edge on the plunger top delays the covering of the spill ports, which delays or retards the commencement of the fuel injection. So this is the sorry. So this is the top line. This is the top line, and this edge is lowered below the top line. This area. So when this edge is lowered, it delays the covering of the spill port, which delays or retards the commencement of the fuel injection. So that was the conventional VIT. How change in the profile of the plunger help in changing the injection timing in the beginning. Now we'll see how super VIT works. That is the VIT which is there in modern engines. In this pump, in this pump is fitted with adjustable barrel which has a large pitch threaded machine at the bottom. So this one. The threaded barrel is located in the threaded sleeve which is rotated by the second rack. So this is the sleeve. This bump fits in the sleeve. As the sleeve cannot move axially, and the barrel is prevented from rotating. Then, as the sleeve rotates, the barrel moves up and down, thus altering the position of the spill ports related to the plunger and varying the start of injection. The injection timing is set up so that an air signal, depending upon the governor regulating shaft position, is relayed to individual position servo cylinders, which in turn operates the VIT rack. As the air signal increases, so the start of injection advances as the pump barrel moves down the casing. The system is set up so that there is no change in injection timing at low load below 40% MCR. This is to avoid frequent change in pump lead during maneuvering. When engine has reached 85% MCR, at which the engine is designed to have reached P max, the air signal begins to reduce and servo retards the injection timing so that maximum combustion pressure is kept constant between 85% to 100% MCR. So this was a video on VIT and super VIT, and the main objective or the main objective of this VIT is to advance or retard the injection timing. Hope my video are providing help in learning. So subscribe to my channel and keep learning. Thank you.